and now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new splash. Did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
It's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Play action. Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On 1st down, it's Goodwin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Goodwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes the stop.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the 36, Jackson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Dobbins running out of the gun. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Carried by number 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Buying time to his left. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Goodwin. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Rodgers. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
22 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Tennessee.
Here's Rodgers to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Josh Lambo
From 3 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20.
They should have put a stamp on me in the
all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans, a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But where that game was all Tennessee, they led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Henry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
He's taken down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that's caught by Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Now a play fake. Rodgers rolling to his right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
36.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The quarterback.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It's Goodwin, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tackle made at the 16.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saheed Blackmail, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
They begin with Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Derrick Henry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st down. It's Henry, powerful running, another truck, and they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 13 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Tavon Austin on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They find some open field here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Ravens 35, Titans 28. Justin Tucker
now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Rodgers. He'll try and run it. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
And it's 3rd down.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Rodgers. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And the Titans 1st down.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. midfield. Here's Rodgers. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Titans 28. Justin Tucker.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
1st down, Tennessee.
They'll run with Henry. Fights him off. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On play action, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.